Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with a special edition of Music Biz Chat. And this, as you know, is where I talk about vinyl and CD. I touch on streaming, but as you know, we're all about physical media. We're all about buying and holding the music in our hands. It's what we're all about. It's the thing that keeps us going. The passion for records, CDs, and cassettes, anything really, any format. With this, as you know, I am a multi-format man, as I've many times. However, I've also talked about, I showed, is this the future of the CD? Where I talked about the way that Japanese in Japan rather, CDs were being almost marketed as like 7-inch singles, so lots of extra stuff in there, but it was still a CD. Okay, there is something that has just appeared, an era outside of Japan, or Korea really, with K-pop. Some of you see that when you go into HMV or shop, you can see the K-pop area, which is full of goodies for people that like to have this kind of package. But it's never really been outside of that market, but now it is. And Earache Records are one of the first labels outside of South Korea to look at this as another physical format. So what is it? I'm going to show you an example. I haven't got one in front of me, so I'm only showing you this on screen because I've only just heard about it. And it's by a band called Those Damn Crowds, God-Shaped Hole Kit Album and Download. So it's £20, and I just want to say that this album is also available on CD and vinyl and obviously download. So this is yet another configuration. So you can see here, you've got like, I'll show you another picture. So it's like a tin, a packet with a lift-up lid, and inside there are various goodies. So what is actually in it itself? Well, in the upcoming album, this is the first one released on kit, and there's going to be other albums from Earache Records artists as well. The kit album contains 5 postcards of the band in colour, including the cover artwork and a wallet-sized photo card, plus a round sticker, which you can see that I've got that on the screen there, and also it comes with a cartridge. So how does this work? It says here that the album's tracks live are accessed by pairing the fully portable album cartridge with the Kit Player phone app, which is available to download on iOS and Android. The album lives on the Kit Player app for 24 hours and can then be accessed again with the Kit cartridge as needed when that 24 hours is up. So there isn't a physical copy of the album in this kit version. There's a box with photographs and various bits of merchandise, and then this basically a bit of kit, literally. Sounds like a bit of a USB type effect, doesn't it? Where you plug in, or you're doing it all by an app, and then you can access the music. You can't download the music, so it's on a server somewhere. So it's a bit like streaming, and you've got access to it for 24 hours, and then you have to use the kit cartridge again to get access to the music again for another 24 hours. Someone's just said in the Now Spinning group that it sounds like someone's trying to sell smoke. I can see what they mean. It's interesting, but I just want to say I haven't got one of these in front of me yet. K-pop is really popular. Obviously, the audience I'm talking to, we are people who buy vinyl albums, box sets and CDs. But I wonder whether this is something that goes along with, you may know the phrase, you may not, called silent vinyl. And this is where there is a segment of the people who love physical music who buy the record, and I know some of you will know this cynically, is the people who buy albums, they haven't got a record player, and they're just buying them because they like the look of them, the aesthetics of them. You can understand if some people have grown up with streaming and just digital music, the ease of just going, I want to listen to this now, and you press play. There is not a demographic, but a section of people who buy music where they bought the album, they may or may not have played it, but they've decided to stream it because they've got a network streamer, and again you can stream things now straight through your hi-fi, so it sounds great, and then they find that easy to do, but they want to have something tangible on their lap while they listen and experience the music. I wonder if the Kit album is kind of an answer to that. It's kind of related to silent vinyl. People who stream the music while having the album with the gatefold and the lyrics on their lap, but they're not actually playing it. But they could if they wanted to. The difference with this, of course, is you can't if you wanted to, because you haven't got access to the physical music itself. You've got access to the cover, to the lyrics, to the photographs. But to get access to the music, you have to log on to an app to give you access for 24 hours using this special little cartridge, which you have to then keep plugging in to really get access to the music itself. I'd like to know from younger viewers what your thoughts are on this. It's obviously incredibly popular. Otherwise, E8 Records and other labels, I've heard that Duran Duran are also going to do it, and that other people are going to probably go down this route. But I suppose because of how I've grown up, and many people will probably agree with me here, if you own the CD, I mean, on my CDs, I do rip them into Apple Music so I can carry them wherever I go. But the CD is my backup. It's my hard backup in case anything goes wrong, or when I say go wrong, the streaming company suddenly decides they don't have the license to have that album anymore, and it disappears. And the whole of that, or the artists themselves decide they don't want to be involved, and it just disappears. My concern here is that what happens so many years down the line, and this little cartridge thing doesn't work anymore, or the app isn't updated, or it doesn't work anymore. Does that mean you've just got this little tin with some pictures in it, but you don't have the music? We might think of pop music as being a disposable thing, that people don't think that far ahead. But this is Those Damn Crows, and this is a rock band, and other artists going down this route are Skindred and Massive Wagons, who are great bands. And I imagine those fans of those bands are going to invest in this because they just think that 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 years from now, when they go and plug this in, those tracks will be there and they will play. It just feels a bit kind of fragile in case there's a sudden change in trends or technology, and all of a sudden you can't access the music you paid for because you're paying £20. Does that give you? Are you paying £20 for the package? It doesn't, or are you? And it says and download actually on the poster here I'm looking at, but you can't actually get access of the music to actually say it's yours, to have your arms around it, so to speak. Anyway, those of you who've heard of this, a Kit album style of physical music, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll leave a link so you can go and have a look yourself and see what you think. And if you've got one of these, if you are someone who is a K-pop fan, or you bought one of these from E8 Music, let me know what you think. I haven't seen one. I haven't used one. I mean, I do think anything that brings people closer to the love of physical music in any way is a good thing. But I just think this idea that you don't actually get the music feels weird at the moment. But again, once I see one, it'll be interesting. But it just worries me you have to keep using this cartridge every 24 hours so you can listen to something you've bought. So let me know what you think in the comments. As I've said, please subscribe, ring that little bell, become a Patron YouTube member, join our private groups on Facebook and WhatsApp. You can come along to our own private pub, which is Virtual Pub with the now spinning arms, and also get some great merch as well at a discount. So take care everyone. Remember, music is the healer and the doctor, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon.